Narendra Modi there addressing the Indian diaspora as well as Mauritius nationals. He's on a two-day visit to this Indian Ocean rim country because of the significance that it has been attached to as far as maritime security is concerned, as far as the growing maritime prowess of China is concerned. And India certainly needs an outpost, if you will, in the Indian Ocean region. China, remember, has already established a military base in Djibouti in Eastern Africa. India, of course, this is the second time that the Prime Minister is visiting Mauritius in the 10 years that he has been Prime Minister. And tomorrow he will be taking part in the National Day celebrations as the chief guest of the state of Mauritius. Tomorrow in the National Day celebrations, he will also be conferred with the highest civilian award that the country of Mauritius delivers to any foreign national. In fact, Prime Minister Modi becomes the first Indian to receive the highest civilian honor in Mauritius. But like I said, this is the second time he's visiting this tiny Indian Ocean island nation in the last 10 years that he's been Prime Minister. The question then is, why is India investing so much money, so much time, so much resources in a small country, in a tiny island nation of just 1.2 million people? 70% of them are of Indian origin. A large number of them were taken as indentured labor to Mauritius from Bihar 4 or 5 generations ago. So the question is, what is the geostrategic value that Mauritius brings to the table? Surely the Prime Minister is not spending 2 days there just for diaspora reasons. How does India plan to cooperate with Mauritius to try and keep a check on the growing tentacles of China in the Indian Ocean region? I dig a little deeper into the strategic value that Mauritius brings to India's outlook towards the Indian Ocean region, and more importantly, the SAGAR initiative, which was launched a few years ago, whereby India is attempting to bring all the Indian Ocean littoral countries together and ensure that its sphere of influence, its domain of influence, remains so despite the growing prowess of China. India and Mauritius have long shared a special bond that is rooted in historical, cultural and people-to-people ties. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is visiting Mauritius on the 11th and 12th of March to attend the country's National Day celebrations as the chief guest. He's also set to receive the country's highest civilian honor. This visit underscores the deepening of strategic, economic and diplomatic ties between both countries. Over the last decade, cooperation has significantly expanded across various sectors, making Mauritius a crucial outpost in the Indian Ocean. It is time to dig a little deeper into the level of cooperation between India and Mauritius, the strategic importance of Mauritius in the Indian Ocean, and how India can leverage this relationship to counter China's growing influence in the Indian Ocean region. In the last 10 years, India-Mauritius relations have deepened significantly. India has been a preferred development partner for Mauritius. It is engaged in numerous economic development and capacity building initiatives. These efforts have included providing humanitarian assistance and disaster relief, HADR. That is something that India has supported Mauritius since 2004, the tsunami that happened there. Also, India has been augmenting Mauritius's defense and maritime capabilities, as well as enhancing bilateral trade. Trade between India and Mauritius has grown substantially in the last 20 years. In the financial year 2022-23, Indian exports to Mauritius were valued at $460 million, while Mauritian exports to India were a little under $100 million, a total trade volume of over $500 million US. This represents a 130% increase from just over $200 million US in 2005-06. There has been a more than doubling of India-Mauritius trade in the last 2 decades. India has also been instrumental in supporting Mauritius's economic development through investments as well as infrastructure projects. Maritime security cooperation has been a key area of focus. India has provided Mauritius with significant maritime assets, including a Coast Guard vessel, the CGS Barracuda, and another platform, the CGS Victory. Both of these have been offered from Delhi to Mauritius by both grants as well as loans assistance. Additionally, India has also supplied a fast interceptor craft to enhance Mauritius's maritime capabilities and to deal with the threat of piracy. These efforts are part of India's broader strategy to strengthen its presence in the Indian Ocean. Cultural ties with Mauritius is also very strong, with nearly 70% of Mauritius' population being of Indian origin. This demographic connection has facilitated robust people-to-people exchanges and cultural collaboration. The Indian community in Mauritius has played a vital role in fostering bilateral ties. Mauritius is strategically located in the Western Indian Ocean. It makes it a vital maritime partner for India. The island nation's proximity to key international shipping lanes and its role in regional security dynamics enhance its importance to India's maritime strategy. Mauritius is integral to India's maritime vision, which is SAGAR. Security and growth for all was outlined by Prime Minister Modi in 2015. It aims to promote economic growth, strengthen maritime security, and enhance regional cooperation in the Indian Ocean littoral countries. This vision emphasizes the need for a collaborative effort to ensure a stable and secure maritime environment. SAGAR was India's counter to China's maritime Silk Road, with Mauritius emerging as a key port of call. As China expands its influence in the Indian Ocean region, particularly through its military base in Djibouti in Western Africa, India sees Mauritius as a critical counterbalance. By strengthening ties with Mauritius, India can enhance its own regional security presence as well as cooperation with other Indian Ocean littoral countries, thereby trying to offset China's strategic gains. The agreements on maritime security and capacity building during Prime Minister Modi's visit are part of this enhanced maritime strategy in the Indian Ocean. The current Prime Minister of Mauritius, Navinchandra Ramgoolam, is also of Indian descent. He's visited India multiple times. The Prime Minister has also gone to Mauritius on numerous occasions, and that reflects a growing cultural and historic ties between both countries, which is now extending to the real world, including maritime security and economic cooperation. Past leaders of Mauritius and India have also maintained close ties between both countries, and that has fostered a sense of shared identity and cooperation. To counter China's growing influence in the Indian Ocean, India has been trying to leverage its relationship with Mauritius in several different ways. Strengthening maritime security ties with Mauritius has helped India monitor and secure key shipping lanes, reducing China's ability to project power outwardly in that region. By investing in Mauritius's economic development, India is also helping create a stable and prosperous partner which is less susceptible to China's economic heft and influence. India's support for Mauritius on global issues like the Chagos archipelago dispute reinforces Mauritius's sovereignty, and it strengthens bilateral ties with Delhi. Fostering cultural and educational exchanges can also deepen the connection between the Indian and Mauritian people, and that creates a stable foundation for a long-term partnership. As Prime Minister Modi visits the Mauritius, the visit also highlights the deepening strategic partnership between both countries. Over the past decade, cooperation has expanded significantly, whether it's in the economic, maritime, or cultural domains. Mauritius's strategic location and its majority Indian origin population make it a crucial outpost for India in the Indian Ocean. It enables India to counterbalance China's growing influence in the region. By strengthening ties with Mauritius, India can enhance its regional security, promote economic growth, and reinforce its role as a key player in the Indian Ocean region.